welcome. I'm Helen, one of the master educators for Balmain Hair Couture. It's my first visit to India, and I'm here to Balmainize you and introduce you to the company of Balmain. Balmain has been the main fashion brand, the fashion house, for over 70 years. Pierre Balmain started up the fashion house in the 1970s. Originally, he studied as architecture. His parents had their own fashion brand, and he decided after becoming an architect that he wanted to go into the same line of business as his family. Because of his architectural background, he managed to design clothes for women that fit them beautifully. Pierre Balmain wanted to create an overall couture image for ladies. During the 1970s, because of the change in fashion, he then decided that he wanted to give woman the overall complete look from head to toe. This is the first major fashion brand that's actually started considering the lady's hair, which I would class as a crown, all the way through down into the clothing. Ladies can wear the most designer, the most beautiful clothes, the most beautiful fabrics. The fabrics that I've seen in India as well are just amazing. Unless a lady's hair is styled to that perfection, they don't execute it in the right way. We all know what it's like to have a bad hair day. If your hair isn't performing, then you'll feel low. During this change, Pierre Balmain went in search for the most highest wig maker. He then found a gentleman called Richard Gilliker. He was the most leading wig maker of its time. The two collaborated together, and then this is when Balmain Hair Couture was launched. Balmain Hair Couture has been running for 40 years. Quite a lot of people think that we're this new brand that's just appeared. We've been doing hair extensions and hair additions for 40 years. Because of the fashion house background that we use, it also meant that we had the investment and the support to source out the highest quality of hair and styling products that we use today. When you look at the Balmain brand, you can see how executed it is. Every single last detail is drawn into perfection. We use some of the most highest leading the fashion designers, like Olivier Roustin is one of our head designers at present. When Olivier came on board, Balmain Fashion was just, because it was a Parisian house, it was a couture house. What we used to do was only advertise our clothes in the most highest end magazines. So people were quite unaware of Balmain unless you were in this high-end sort of clothes industry. As soon as Olivier came on board, he actually fought with the company of Balmain to say we need to use social media. Once we got on Instagram, this is when Balmain has now gone huge. One of the latest collections, which you'll see here, this was a couple of weeks ago in Paris. The Paris Fashion Week, you had all of the head leading fashion houses doing their catwalk and displaying their latest collections. Balmain on social media completely took over the whole of the event, purely because the models, as you can see, are designed from head to toe. No other fashion brand uses or considers the hair part of it as well. So why do we do these sort of things? Because of the passion. As soon as you become part of our Balmain family, once you start using the products, you'll understand the passion that we get with it. All of the products that you see here is what we use in our backstage collection. It's not a huge range of styling products, but we do not need anything more than what we've created here. I'm going to be working on some models as well, just for you to see a finished look of what we created in Paris a few weeks ago. Okay? I'm going to start working on my model. Of course, Balmain supply hair additions. Because we've been running it for so many years, the hair additions is completely endless. We specifically design hair extensions or hair additions to suit every single type of client. Whether you've got very fine hair, or whether you've got voluminous hair, even if you want to add more volume. 85% of your clients, when they come into the salon, when you ask them, how can I help, what can I do for you, 85% of your clients require more volume. So how do we do this? Blow dries, perm in the hair, colour in the hair, takes hours. For me, time is money. So the quicker I can achieve this for my clients, the better. That's why I'm wearing Balmain. You can apply any type of hair. This is what we call as a hair addition. So this is our ready-to-wear collection. Now, because we're part of one of the leading fashion houses, everything is designed, even to the point that your client can purchase the Balmain ponytail off you. It comes in this little neat bag. Once she finishes wearing it, she can hang it up in her wardrobe with all her other designer brands. Okay? What I'm going to be using here, we've started to create a hairstyle. So this is one of the images that we use. All of our models that work for Olivier in the fashion shows, they call him his Balmain Army. We've all heard of the Balmain Army. What he wants is for women to be empowered and to feel strong, and they're his Balmain warriors. So if you were to listen to Olivier talking, he said he wants women to feel sexy. This doesn't mean that they've got to have all their body on show. They could be wearing something very loose, very elegant, but once the women has got their crown placed, then the women feel more empowered. So this is what we want to do. We just want people to feel more elegant with their hair. With the ponytail, the way that this has been designed, this is what we call memory hair. This is a brilliant tool for your kind of environment. Any moisture in the hair, it won't affect the curl. So if you're working with a lot of weddings, that you want like these long tumbling curls to last all day, by using the memory hair, once you set it in that shape, it'll stay exactly as you want it to be. So what's it made of? Memory hair is half human and half synthetic. This doesn't mean that one strand is human and one synthetic. What Balmain have done is taken both hair strands, grounded them into a powder base, mixed the two powders, and then recreated the hair strand. It's the most cost-effective way of your clients to start to be introduced into hair additions. Once they purchase something like the ponytail, they'll then come back. Actually, I want more. I want more. I want more hair to stay in. Because they've shaped it this way as well, because of the science that we've got behind it, everything is quite, it's natural, it feeds the hair, and it's easy for you to use as well. So the reason why I'm using the ponytail, if I just turn my model around, I mean, it's okay. It's very okay, because the braids are lovely. I did it myself. But the natural hair with a ponytail, it doesn't give this shine that I want. So this is what we use backstage. We can prep all of the model's hair. You'll notice as well at the front, it's a braid. But being a Balmain braid, it's specific. So even the sectioning has to be identical both sides. So just making sure when you're doing things like this, just to make it the Balmain way. So it's more beautiful. People wear braids every day, but to wear it like this, it gives it more of an elegant style as well. So just before I apply the ponytail, I'm just going to finish the sides with some of the styling products. So all of the Balmain styling products are infused with silk proteins, silk being the princess of fibers. Silk has been such a highly sourced product from thousands of years. And the reason why we infuse the products with silk is because it goes into the hair and it feeds the hair. Whilst your clients are wearing any of the styling range, so this is even the strong styling gel strong, this will feed the client's hair whilst she's wearing it. Also, all of these products are water-based. So when it comes to your client deciding to take her hair out, she can basically just run her fingers through it, spray some of our daily conditioning spray through it, and that will completely remove all of the products. So you haven't got this strong build-up of products running through your client's hair. The other ingredient which we use is argan elixir. Argan elixir is one of the most elite oils that we add into the hair. Originally it's come from Morocco, and it comes from the argan fruit tree. The reason why we use this is it actually feeds the skin, so it helps to keep the condition in the skin. So whilst your clients are wearing the product, it's feeding the scalp and it's re-stimulating natural hair growth. So who would have thought something like a styling gel would actually make your client's hair and scalp feel in excellent condition and stimulate the hair? All of these specific ingredients are added to make sure from when the client is wearing the product to removing it, it's easy and it's beautiful for her as well. Okay? So I'm just going to apply some of the styling gel in my hand and a little bit of the argan elixir. I will spray some. I know it's quite big for you to smell. Every single product has the Balmain scent. So the Balmain scent was designed by one of the most leading French perfumers. So every time your client sprays any of the products, she gets this French, fresh summer day smell running through her hair. What we recommend in the salon is every morning before you start working, is just to spray some of the silk perfume into your styling brushes. So when you style with the brushes, you get the Balmain fragrance coming out in the salon. From the moment your client walks in, she just smells the luxury. Little tip for your clients, the Balmain walk. So you just spray the perfume and you just walk. So you can have a little spray. Because it's been designed by this perfumer, there's 3 separate notes. So as your client wears it, the first time you spray the product onto her hair, she'll smell the top note, which is like jasmine, rosewood, all these sort of scents. As she's wearing it through the day, the second and the base note will then come out through the hair. So she'll end up with kind of like a white musk, balsamic sort of smell. So every time she moves her hair, she'll smell different perfumes coming out in her. So I've just applied some of the argan elixir and some of the gel just to the top of my hand and I mix them. So this is what we call cocktailing. So we're just making a little Balmain cocktail on my hand and then I'm just going to work it through the side of the head. So I'm just smoothing this down just to make sure that it's executed in the right way. So just gradually build it up. And then I'm just smoothing this into place. I'm then going to use the Balmain Strong Session Spray. Again, this is what we use backstage. So I'm just going to spray it through the hair. And you can see the shine that comes on the hair. Just a tip. You've noticed I've just sprayed it and I've not touched it with my hand, okay? These are all the little tips that all of the master educators use when we're working on the models such as Kendall, Kardashian, Gigi Hadid. So this is the type of things that we do when we're working with them. A lot of the celebrities use our products. We don't endorse celebrities, it's just because they've smelt them and used them, this is why they keep purchasing them as well. So what I've done, I'm just spraying the hair and then using the can, I'm going to smooth it over the head. I'm not touching it with my hands because for one, I don't want to create a build-up on my fingers as I'm working through the hair. And the other thing, you'll find that the fibres of the hair will start sticking to your fingers, so you don't get a smoother finish. So I'm just going to continue on the other side. Again, I'm just spraying and then rolling the can. So you can see the finish that this gives the hair. It's just simple little things which makes the hairstyle look so much more beautiful. So now I'm just going to add the ponytail. So first of all, I'm going to use the leave-in conditioning spray. This is a daily conditioning spray. What I mean by daily, you can use it all day. The more you use this, the more it feeds your hair. So you've got the silk proteins and the argan elixir. Because it's water-based, it's light. So it won't weigh the client's hair down at all. So I'm just going to spray this through the ponytail. And then I'm using one of the Balmain Spa brushes. And I'm just going to brush it through first. So when you look at the ponytail, if I turn this around the other side, you've got this little comb. Okay, so this comb goes through the band of the original natural hair, pushes it down and secures it into place. So I'm just going to turn it on this way. So I'm just using the comb. I'm just going to push this into the hair like that. And then this strip here is like a Velcro. So then the ends of the ponytail sticks to it, so it keeps it in place for you. I'm just going to cut this all the way around the natural hair. So the natural hair is completely laying inside my ponytail. So I'm then using the tail and then I'm just wrapping this around, and then I'll just secure it into place. I'm just using one grip. And then just placing that in. So with the ends, again I'm going to use the strong session spray. I'm just going to bring the ends up over the top and then just gently push it into place. So can you see the difference that makes? Literally within seconds. So just making sure that you execute it correctly. So just make sure your prepping is just so precise. The ponytail then will just finish it. Okay? So we'll just swap. She's beautiful. She's my princess. I have to help them with their clothes. Okay. So what we've been working on here is yet again one of our collections that we've used with one of the fashion shows. The reason why we style the hair this way is to show the beauty of the face. I know different cultures, people use big hair. I'm a huge fan of big hair, so my hair is always big. But just to suit the style of the clothes, this is why I've gone for this sort of look, because again, it's one of the Balmain Couture looks. So what I've done this morning, I've just straightened the hair, taken fine sections, and straightening the hair, but making sure that my straighteners is held flat, all the way down the client's back, okay? If you want this sort of look, you have to keep your arms low and continuously work low down the hair. As soon as you start lifting it out, you're not going to get the same effect. Before I started straightening it, I'll just turn this on. Okay, can you hold that here? She can't find her arms. You'll see when she takes her cape off that she can't get her arms out. What I've applied to the hair, this is one of our latest products that we brought out. Balmain listens to their customers from all over the globe. So when Balmain first started out, because they were only a couture house in Paris, not a lot of people knew about it. Since Olivier came on board, this is when it's gone international. So this is the main reason why I'm here. I've come from London purely to Balmainize India and get Balmain as successful in India as it is all over the globe. The thermal protection spray, because we requested it in the UK, this is when Balmain has now sourced out the best product and how to use it on the hair. So I just applied 1 or 2 sprays to it before each section of the hair before placing the straighteners through the hair. So just making sure I'm looking after my client's hair while I'm using the heat tool. These have got the built-in sun protection screens as well. Because it's infused with the argan and the silk, what this actually does is to go into the hair shaft and absorbs moisture. So it takes the moisture out of the hair. The silk then performs a crystal seal over the hair, so it stops any moisture from getting back in. So once I've straightened her hair, it'll stay in this position until she decides to take it out. So I've just been working through the hair, and then I've secured it with these clips, just to keep it in place for it to cool and set in the position that I want it to be. I'm just going to remove these clips. What I've actually done, just a normal section clip, and just sellotape one of your business cards to it. The reason why I've done this, if I didn't have this card, when I take the clip out, you'd see a line going up her hair. This is how precise we are. We don't want lines going through the hair. So it's just another good session tip. So this is one of the things we use backstage. You don't have to go out and buy specific clips. Just secure one of your business cards to it and it'll stop the lines going through. So product-wise, what I've been working on, I've actually started with the straightening. Before I did that, I completely covered the natural hair in the Argan Elixir and the Balmain Daily Conditioning Spray. This is our signature ingredient. Every single client that comes into the salon, this is what we apply to her hair before any other products are applied. The Argan Elixir has got huge things that you can do with it. One of our models, I actually made him cover his chest in it because it looks quite nice. You can use this as an after sun. Because of all the ingredients in it, it looks after your skin as well. You can also add this into your tints. So if you're using your high lift tints on your clients, if you put 2 drops of the Argan Elixir in the tint first, it'll stop the irritation while the tints are developing, because it actually feeds the scalp. If you put it into some of your bleaching agents, it'll act in a similar way to your Oplex. So you'll get the same results that way. So it's making sure you're looking after your hair. So what we always do before doing any kind of design to the hair is we use our signature ingredients. Okay? Then, to finish it, I was mixing our matte clay paste. So I'm making another cocktail. So I've got the matte paste there, and then I've got the styling gel. This is why our range is small but unique, because all of the products, you can mix them because they're all water-based, and then you can keep using them in different ways. All of the educators globally, I was working with Yanni yesterday. Yanni actually lives here. He does a lot of the Bollywood celebrities. All of us have these own little cocktails. So once we've designed our own cocktail, we all share the information with each other, and then Balmain shares it as well. So by mixing these cocktails, I can just run this down the hair and making sure that it gets rid of all the flyaway hairs, especially in India. You know these little hairs around the hairline? Once you've created a hair wrap and you've got these annoying hairs, it doesn't finish it correctly. Just by mixing these 2 ingredients, running them in your fingers, and you can just work all the way around the hairline, and then you can just secure them into place. And it's not too heavy for the clients as well. Again, because of all the ingredients in it, it's actually moisturizing for the skin. So if you get it on the client's skin, it's okay. It just moisturizes it. Whenever we're doing workshops as well, we've been doing a few workshops in Dubai. Sorry, I was last month. Doing some workshops. I always tell people, don't wash your hands. So we're working with the products all day. Don't wash your hands. I want them to feel how their hands feel at the end of the day. Once you've finished using all the products, your hands feel amazing because it's moisturizing for you to use. So I'm just going to finish off just taming down these hairs at the front and then just placing out. So through the back of the hair, I did apply it earlier. I've actually got one of the ponytails in the hair. So it's exactly the same as our other model. Because it's flat, so the way that you saw it before I put it in, if I take this one out of the packaging and I can show you. So just take this off. So what I've actually done, I've destroyed one of the ponytails. Because it's flat, you can place it in the head this way. It's a really nice way, if you apply it to the base of the hairstyle, you could do like this long fishtail braid coming through the hair, so you can add length to it as well. So all I did was cut the tail off, the zoom on the tail, and I pinned a ponytail probably at this position in the head. The reason why I wanted to do this is because I wanted the base to be really sharp, but I didn't want to cut my model's hair. So I just cheated by adding this. It's exactly the same as what we use on our catwalks. So this is how we get away with all the tips and tricks. It's gone. Because the Balmain ponytail is in there, I've got Balmain straighteners, we do many things, and it's making sure that there's an adjustable heat setting. Because it's a maximum of 140 degrees, I can turn the heat setting down so I know it's the correct heat temperature for applying it through the natural hair and over the Balmain ponytail. So the hair's already been placed into shape, and now I'm just going to run this through just to polish it off a bit more. So you can see the shine running through. I'm just going to apply a small amount of the Balmain Silk perfume. So this is like a finishing tool as well, but you can see the shine that it puts through the hair. It's an amazing product to see someone with shiny, beautiful hair. It just looks so healthy and natural as well. So I'm just going to continue working through the hair. So I'm just placing the straighteners in. But again, like I said earlier, I'm keeping the straighteners on her back. I don't want any volume at all. So I'm just placing it in and then just smoothing this down the hair. So the model's natural hair is around about this length. So it's another quick way of applying hair additions through the hair. Literally takes minutes to apply. I'm just going to run down here. And then seal that. So I'm going to finish just by placing some of the medium hairspray through. And then just smoothing this out. My models have very strict instructions not to move her head. And then just to finish, again, I'm going to spray some more of the silk perfume over the hair just to give it that added shine. Okay? So just turn you back around. The other thing you can see is the parting. So when I was saying about executing it, make sure that it's clean so you can see how exact the parting is. It's not just the parting as well. The reason why it's been taken from the middle of the eyebrow right the way through the hair is because it emphasizes and it gives more shape to the face. So even things like working your parting through the hair and just playing with it a bit, just to make sure that it's the perfect dimension coming through. Okay? So I'll just swap again. Thank you. Now I've got my man. Okay. He doesn't need much doing to his hair at all. I love his hair. The only thing we need to do is just kind of tame the curls a little bit more. So what I'm going to do is add some of the curl cream. Look at the curling cream. I'm just going to get some of the curling cream. Oh, sorry, I've got it. Sorry, I got the wrong one. So I'm just going to apply, this is our curling cream. This is a great product. It's got a little bit of holes in it. So you can apply this on wet hair, leave the hair dry naturally, and you've got this natural curl running through it. If you mix it with our texturizing salt spray, it gives it more of a beach look. So you've got a bit more control with it. The great thing with the texturizing salt spray as well, if you're working with a curling iron, so if you want to curl the hair, you can spray this on dry hair, and it gives it more of a stronger agent, so it will hold the curl for you as well. So you can work with all of the tools, whether the hair's wet or dry. So I'm going to mix this again with a little bit of the texturizing salt spray. And then just to add a little bit more to the cocktail, I'm just going to put some of the styling gel through. So I'm going to mix this through my hands. So I'm just going to work with the curls, and I'm just going to define them more. So we just want to get more definition. Because it's got the silk, again, everything's got the silk and the argan in it. Once this is applied on the hair, it'll actually tame the curls, so it'll stop any moisture getting back in. So it'll actually control the curls more. So now I'm going to use some more argan. I'm just going to spread it through my hands. So I'm just going to layer some more products on. So we've got two different types of ingredients. One, we've got the cocktail in. So you're mixing the products to exactly how you want them to perform. If you want more hold, then you put more gel or more texturizing salt spray. We've actually got a pre-styling cream, which is amazing for applying to the hair before blow drying. What this does is pushes the moisture out of the hair, so it reduces the drying time by up to about 35%. Once it's pushed the moisture out of the hair, it'll actually stop it from getting back in, so again, your clients can wear the style for longer. So I'm just working through and I'm just twisting this through the hair. One of the things that gets on his nerves is all these little hairs. So these tend to get on his nerves. So I'm just going to use some of the matte paste. I'm just going to apply it to the top of my hand. I'm just going to push these up out of the way. Place it through and then run it out. So if you wanted to use the Balmain products in your salons, just by getting in touch with Streamline, they've got a huge team of experts that know everything about these products. So they can come into your salon, you can do a workshop for the day, you can use it on each other, use it on models. This is what we've been doing for the last couple of days, and actually get a feel for the products yourself. Any questions regarding hairstyles, the Balmain Couture range, you can find out from the team from Streamline. So they're always there to come into the salon and help you and get you up and running with the products. I think stylists, even myself, when Balmain bring out a new product, I'm like, I don't know, I'll try it. So the first thing I do is put it in my own hair. Then it's like, it actually works. I haven't found a product that doesn't work. But you need to believe in it yourself. So you need to actually feel the product, work with the product. The main thing is getting the smell through the salon. So I'm just going to push this through the hair. We've got a great team as well, because they've been Balmainized. Once you've been Balmainized, the passion about it, they can come in and help you and sort things out. I'm just going to push this up through the hair. And then bring the curls to the front. Turn back round about. So I'm just working through and just seeing which way you want it to fall. If ever you're doing styling, I always say as well to just do whatever the hair wants to do. Especially with hair ups. We were working the other day and people were discussing things with hair ups. The main thing to do with hair ups is let the hair fall where it naturally wants to fall. Don't try and fight against it. Just go with what they've naturally got, because it'll actually make it easier for you, and then the styles are more executed. Okay. So again, I'm just going to finish off with the silk perfume, just to give it that added shine. So it just defines the curls more. We'll see the finished look. You stand up for me. You got this. Can I just get you? You go this way. You in the middle. I think we need a little bit of music for the unveiling. That's your cue. Now we have our main warriors. I'd just like to thank you and welcome you to Balmain Hair Couture. I just want to introduce Zena from Chroma Care. She's actually been working with Balmain Hair today. This is part of the team that can actually help you and show you how to create different looks. So what Zena's actually done here, she's used some of the Balmain hair. She's actually used the human hair, the double hair, to create this look. I actually learned from her. She dipped the hair in a starch first, then used a very, very fine crimper all the way down the hair. Because it's human hair, you can use any heat tool and any temperature. She then brushed the curls out and then pinned it into this unique way. So thank you for your your time. Thank you for coming and listening. Any questions that you need to know, if you want to take some pictures with the models, they're going to be on the Streamline stand for about 15 to 20 minutes. So come down, have a little chat with the team, look through the hair and get yourself balmanized. Thank you.